This is a lesson about the law of cosines. The law of cosines is usually taught right after the law of sines because we're once again talking about an oblique triangle. An oblique triangle has a triangle with no right angles. There's a pattern to the law of cosines. The law of sines was a simple proportion, but the law of cosines is derived using the Pythagorean theorem. So it looks like the Pythagorean theorem using A, B, and C. And remember that our triangle had sides A, B, and C and angles A, B, and C. So if I label this angle A, this will be side A. If this is labeled angle B, side opposite is side B. And the last angle, angle C, the side opposite is going to be side C. So the relationship between the sides and the angle are that A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2 multiplied by B multiplied by C multiplied by the cosine of the angle. And there's a pattern. So if I have ABC here, I have angle here, angle A here. If I have B looking for side B, I have angle B. If I'm looking for side C here, I'll have angle C. And so it makes it easy to memorize the formula. The cases for the law of cosines are going to be side, angle, side. So you have two sides given and the angle that's between them, or you know all three sides, side, side, side. The first example I have, I know angle A, side B, and side C. If I go ahead and draw this and label everything, angle A is 29 degrees, side B is 9 meters, and side C is 12 meters. So I don't know side A, angle B, or angle C. So I'm going to use the law of cosines to find it. When I'm using the law of cosines, I have angle A, so I have to go back up to the three formulas, and I'm going to use the first formula because it's where I have angle A. And when I fill it out, I get A squared equals 9 squared plus 12 squared minus 2 times 9 times 12 cosine of 29 degrees. And when I calculate that, I get A squared is going to equal 29.2375. But you have to remember with this, what you're looking for is not A squared, you're looking for A. So you have to remember to take the square root of that number. And the square root of A squared is going to be 5.4 meters. And in solving the triangle, I'm just going to use the law of sines then to find everything else. So I'd have the sine of 29 degrees over 5.4 is equal to sine of angle B over side B, which is 9, which is equal to sine of angle C over side C, and side C was 12. You would cross multiply, and I get angle B is equal to 44.7 degrees, and angle C is equal to 110.3 degrees. And you could double check all your angles and make sure if you add them all up, angle A was 29, angle B was 44.7, and angle C was 110.3 degrees. Double check to make sure it's 180 degrees. So this was side, angle, side. The next example I have, I'm given three sides. I'm given A is 14 feet, B is 8 feet, and side C is 19 feet. So this one is going to be obviously side, side, side. I don't even need to label it. If I wanted to, I could. It gives me a picture of it. Just to save time, I'm not going to label it for this example. So in using the law of cosines, because of the inverse trig, you have to find the angle that's opposite the largest side first. So I have A is 14 feet, B is 8 feet, C is 19 feet. Since side C is going to be the largest side, so angle C has got to be the largest angle. So if I go back up here, I'm going to use this formula C squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine of angle C, and I'm going to find angle C using that. So I have C squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine angle C. Since I want to solve for this, I'm going to go ahead and rearrange this equation. So I first have to take c squared, and I'm going to subtract a squared, and I'm going to subtract b squared. Once again, I'm trying to isolate cosine of angle C. Negative 2 times a times b is being multiplied by cosine angle C, so I'm going to have to divide by that. So I get cosine of angle C is going to equal c squared minus a squared minus b squared over negative 2ab. From here, I'm going to go ahead and plug in all my information. So I have cosine of angle C is equal to 19 squared minus 14 squared minus 8 squared. Negative 2 times 14 times 8. So cosine of angle C is going to equal negative 0.4509. And then just be careful, because you're looking for angle C. You're not looking for the cosine. So you have to do inverse cosine, and I get angle C is going to equal 116.8 degrees. Then I would use law of sines to find the rest of the information. But for this example, I'm going to start right here. Stop right there.